Then, after that, we have Loba Shoman of South America. Then there is Gidi of Haiti. Talamar of Australia. And Bajang of Malaysia. You must understand that they have always been here, but the problem for them and for us, mostly us, was Camazotz, who he was the first of the New World Masters, but he was a rogue and turned his back on both the New World and the Old World vampires, and ruled solemn in Central America over the Mayans. And I have a theory that's not substantiated by anything, I admit. It's just a theory at this point. That Cortez, when he went to Mexico and conquered Mexico, he didn't go there to directly conquer Mexico. He went there personally because he wanted to get rid of Camazotz. He did what Camazotz he cut off Camazotz's food supply, and Camazotz. I have another theory about Camazotz, that at some point he found the original three, the three ruling masters, and after that he struck a deal that if he was to lead them into battle, not into battle exactly, but towards victory over the human world, which is something that they'd been planning on since their birth thousands of years ago, then he would serve them for all time. And they've been planning this ever since. I haven't been able to deduce exactly where the locations of all the masters are, but I've been able to deduce a few. I've figured out that Nergal, Irkalla, and Utuku have carved out a nest in the Iraqi desert, about 3.5 to 4 hours southwest, of Baghdad, deep in the desert, an unmapped part that really no one knows anything about, nor really cares. I have a theory that Sekhmet has carved out a nest at the Darkla Oasis. I'm not sure how to pronounce that exactly, but it is the furthest temple to the west of the Nile. And as they called her in the legends, they sometimes called her Lady of the West. And that's how I deduced it. I've been able to deduce that Lamia may be hiding somewhere in Athens, or possibly somewhere in a cave on Mount Olympus. Then we have Kali, who might be hiding either in New Delhi, Delhi, Calcutta, Goa, or Jammu, India. Jiangxi, I haven't been able to deduce yet. Camazotz, I haven't been able to deduce. Jumlin, I think he may be hiding since he is the progenitor of of the vampires in North America, in the United States and Canada, mainly in the United States because of the Lakota Sioux and Blackfoot legends. He is hiding somewhere in New Orleans. Lobo Showman, I have a theory that he is hiding in the favelas of Rio de Janeiro, and he has gangs of vampires and humans working for him. Human wannabes and loyal vampires, armed and dangerous. The other three of the New World I have not been able to deduce yet. And possibly I might never deduce them. Who knows? The real problem is that I have a theory that it might be possible that the Mayans did not predict that the world would end on December 21st, 2012. I think they may have been told that by Camazotz in their dying days, and that's why the calendar ended, because he stopped it, because he always had this plan. What follows is a theory on how the world will fall into their arms. Three Mile Island gets blown up. Fingers are pointed for terrorist sabotage at Al-Qaeda. And fearing another attack, the U.S. will launch nuclear missiles. Well, maybe not nuclear missiles, but several warheads at Iraq and Afghanistan. Meanwhile, in Pakistan, another reactor is blown up. Fingers are pointed at India. And India denies any involvement. Pakistan, fearing that India will attack again, fires at India. India fires back. Oil rigs in the North Sea and the Gulf of Mexico are blown up simultaneously. Falsified evidence points fingers at Russia and the retired nations of the Soviet Union. The U.S. and the Netherlands, and also France, fearing that the Soviet Union is attempting to rise again, send their troops and carpet bomb the nations of the Soviet Union, which include Lithuania, Russia, Ukraine, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and so on. Volcanic eruptions are triggered by these nuclear blasts, releasing tons and tons of ash into the stratosphere, along with the smoke from these fires that cannot be extinguished by humans. Smoke from oil fires, from the nuclear explosions, and from the reactor meltdowns. Seeping into the troposphere, it covers 85 to 90% of the planet in a blanket of ash and clouds, dark clouds, blotting out the sun. And when that happens, they come out, take over the SWAT, riot police, the regular police, the military. Those who oppose are killed or fed upon. Those who don't are given new jobs by the vampires. Rounding the humans up into teams all around the world, rounding the humans up into cattle herds. They gather them in different meeting areas and also recreational areas all around the globe, which would include Red Square, Times Square, Central Park. And when that happens, they kill half the human race. 3.5 billion people dead. Then the remaining 3.5 billion, are allowed to continue to their normal lives, but with new laws, including the outlaw of silver, the limitation on personalized portable ultraviolet lights that are kept only around so the humans can remain supplied with vitamin D. And every human is expected to give 1 pint of blood every 4 days. Meanwhile, prisoners from prisons from before this event are transported to newly built facilities that are actually, to the vampires and to the humans, farms. Not like Daybreakers, mind you. This is more like an actual farm. Every human there is assigned a room. Well, they're split into two groups, the healthy and the sick. The terminally ill are killed instantly, are executed on the spot. The healthy are kept alive, and the not terminally ill are treated for their sicknesses and injuries. Each room is assigned one male and one female. Vampires deciding that humans that are mentally ill or hardened criminals will rape, beat, murder to get what they want. And by human nature, there will be children. And the children will be separated from their mothers at birth and fed farmed breast milk from the female inmates. It sounds sick, but this is free-range human husbandry. And they will drain prisoners, humans, of their blood so they can put it in mass production, put it in stores, and have it fed upon by the vampire citizens. The law would be almost the same as it is today, with those new laws that I said. That is not the future I want, but it is the future that might happen. Now, I am not insane. I know that for a fact. I've had psych evaluations. All have come back negative. I am not mentally ill. These are simply theories and findings that I have discovered after seeing what I know are vampires. If there are any vampires watching this right now, please know this. I will find a way to stop you. And to all the humans watching this, please do not take this lightly.